going on? What's going on? Money issues. Worrying about paying the bills. That sense of panic that accompanies not enough income coming in. Worrying about money, worrying about cash flow, financial issues, concerns for the future and not having enough to support your family, to support yourself, visions of doing what I do, spending your days on park benches, homeless, although I'm not homeless. I wanted to give my 2 cents on money worry, with a view to decharging, if that's a word, or discharging that negative energy that you might be feeling around worrying about money, and hopefully helping you feel a sense of positivity and ease around it, or at least moving in that direction. I want to share what's helped me whenever I've felt the pressure of not making enough and bills coming up and feeling uncertain about the future financially. Maybe some of you have plenty of money subjectively compared to other people, but still worry about money. Maybe some of you genuinely are about to run out of money. This is me speaking to all of you. Maybe you legitimately need to get moving in order to create more income opportunities, and maybe you have a huge fund, maybe you've got a massive amount of money, and you still have the uncertainty, you still lose sleep over money. Let's talk about that. The first thing I wanted to, there's a couple of elements to this. The first thing that I wanted to bring out into the open is the idea that this reality you're creating for yourself through your perception, that money is scarce for you, that you need to make more money, that it is a bad thing that you don't have enough money. This is all perception. This is all your own subjective experience of your reality. It's worth just identifying that first. Because as I revealed in the early part of this video, you could have a lot of money, but you could also have a little bit of money, but you could both be sharing money worries, which goes to show that it has nothing to do with objective reality and everything to do with your own subjective perception of what's going on. How you think of the situation is what is real for you and will be real. So if you think that you need more money and the fact that you don't have enough money is a really, really bad thing, that will be your reality. So understanding that dynamic is a really important first step in feeling more at ease around money, which is where you need to be if you are looking to create more money. The operative word is create. You want to be in a creative, productive, resourceful frame of mind, don't you? When we want to make money, we got to be clear in our minds so that we can create the insights and the resourcefulness to go out there and make the money. So worrying about money and resisting reality isn't working in your favor when it comes to needing to be resourceful around creating money. So this is why we need to look at how we perceive things and how our minds work and how thinking tends to work, so that we can see how we resist our ability to create money in the first place. When we see that money, we have when we create the reality that we are in a financial pickle, when we create the reality that things are not good in our financial world, that is the reality we create for ourselves, and we think our way to suffering. We are thinking ourselves into suffering when we resist reality, when we are saying that it is not a good thing. And many of us think that worrying about money, staying up at night and losing sleep over money and running it through your head and trying to figure things out is how to deal with it. Is that true? is making yourself more stressed around money going to help you with your money problems? Not really, because as I said, you need to be creative, you want to be resourceful. And to be resourceful requires you to have your mind settled, to have your thoughts settled, to not be enslaved by negative and worrying and horrifying thoughts about where you might end up when you don't have the money, right? So that's key, is seeing that our realities are defined by how we think about them. And it is all subjective, it is all perception. You might have very little money and actually see it as a good thing. The fact that you can do that proves the point. 100%. It proves the point that it is all subjective, and there is no value in seeing the negative in what's happening in your circumstances, because it will create a negative emotional experience for you. It'll make you stressed. So the fact that we can actually see, there are going to be some people who are and this is ideally the way we will see things, is even if we're short on money, we can see it as a good thing. We can see it as a situation in which we need to now be creative, we need to now be resourceful. This can be seen as an opportunity for real growth, for real personal development, because okay, we've got a bit of a situation here, right? And again, that will be a case of interpretation, but if we are lacking in money, we can see it as, oh great, look, I have an opportunity to be creative here. Okay, so that's kind of where we need to be. We need to move from being lost in our thinking and in the nightmare of seeing this situation as a really bad thing, which will then lead to our own suffering and our own inability to be creative, which is what we want least. We want to get to a point. We want to shift our attention, and the beauty is that all it takes is a shift in attention. We want to shift our attention from, I'm in a bad situation, this is a bad thing, I'm stressed, to, this is an opportunity. The reality is not that anything is bad and anything is good either. It is what it is. This is data. This is just the situation. And because you are not taking anything negative to heart, and you're not in stress, because you're not buying into the negative perception that many of us can buy into and therefore become stressed, you'll be in a much more resourceful, creative, mindful state, which is what you need. So I'm not saying if you have money issues right now that it's not real and nothing needs to be done, you just need to sit on park benches all day. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're interpreting it as a stressful event, you're not going to be in your most resourceful state, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. Yes, you do need to act, but how can you act from creativity? How can you act from a place of joy and a place from confidence? Something to contemplate, guys. There's obviously a lot more I can speak on this, so if you want to hear more about this kind of stuff, do share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion on it as well. And peace out. See you in the next one.